This is Sudden Impact.
TNA launches exciting news regarding their streaming app, TNA Plus. TNA plans post-Slammiversary tapings. An NXT wrestler confirms their TNA departure. A former WWE announcer is set to return at the Pittsburgh tapings. And a social media milestone. Hello, everyone. I'm John, and welcome to another episode of Sudden Impact, your premier destination for news about TNA wrestling. So without further ado, let's get started. So we start with the announcement from TNA that they are adding a free tier to the TNA Plus streaming app, which gives the access to watch a live stream of the upcoming episodes of their weekly program Impact. Now, this will begin from next Friday, so the 20th, 26th of June, in which they will be showing the taping of, or live streaming the taping of their Friday, June 20th taping. This announcement was released by TNA Wrestling's owners, Anthem and Sports and Entertainment Group, yesterday. They gave a few details in this release about what to expect from the free tier of TNA Plus. So watch free with a sneak peek on Friday, 20th June. Discover top-tier pro wrestling featuring Matt and Jeff Hardy, Ryan and Nick Nemeth, Joe Hendry, Mustafa Ali, Steve Macklin, Brian Myers, Eddie Edwards, Moose, Eric Young, Marsha Slamovich, Tessa Blanchard, Rosemary, and other TNA wrestlers. So fans can download the TNA Plus app from their favorite app stores, including Apple, Amazon, and Android, and register at no cost to unlock free streaming access. So beginning with a sneak peek episode of Impact this Friday. In addition, TNA will soon be launching a 24/7 linear streaming channel, a TNA 24/7, delivering around-the-clock wrestling content. More details on the channel will be announced in the coming weeks. For more information or to register for TNA Plus for free, go to watchtnawrestling.com. So this is an amazing move for TNA Wrestling, as it gives more people access to their content. By doing this, it'll just make sure that they are front and center in everyone's minds, and they're at least talked about more in the professional wrestling space. Now, my thinking is by doing this, TNA hopes that people will buy the live events and pay-per-views through the app as well, which you can do now at the moment, and also buy tickets to each of the upcoming tapings and pay-per-views. Now, this comes hot off the heels of WWE's first AAA produced event over the weekend after the acquisition. And it looks like TNA are trying to take a stand against WWE, attempting a similar takeover type thing with them. But I will put the details for signing up to the free TNA Plus tier in the description below.
Are you liking this video? Want to see more? Then like, share, and subscribe to this channel. It's free, and it helps me produce more content like this. Go ahead and do it, so I can continue to bring you the news from TNA Wrestling. And now, back to the show.
On last week's episode of Impact, TNA announced that they will be running a live taping in Rhode Island on the 24th of July. So this would be after the Slammiversary pay-per-view. So they also announced they'd be holding tapings there on the Friday. So this continues TNA's new strategy of holding at least one live Impact each month. I'm not sure what happened for the last few months, but we got there eventually. Now, the Rhode Island tapings will be held at the Ryan Center on the campus of the University of Rhode Island in Kingston. For tickets to the shows and more information on these tapings, go to tnawrestling.com and click on the Events and Tickets tab. So this marks the first time that TNA has been to Rhode Island in 18 years, and it will no doubt be a night to remember, especially coming hot off the heels of the Slammiversary pay-per-view. Now, on to something a little less pleasing. Now, it was confirmed in a recent Against All Odds 2025 video blog or vlog that the liaison between NXT and TNA Wrestling, Ariana Grace, is finished with her TNA appearances for the moment. Now, Grace would confirm this on Indy Hartwell's video blog covering the event, with Grace saying, "I would bawl right now, but it would ruin my makeup. Now I'm trying to keep it together." And she said that in reply to the question on how she was feeling after knowing that this would be her last time in TNA for the moment. Now, while I haven't been 100% behind the TNA and WWE partnership, I think it has been beneficial for both companies and both brands, basically, as it's given TNA and NXT wrestlers the opportunity to compete against each other's wrestlers and experience and learn from what they have to offer. And there's been a lot of collaboration going on between them. Now, this has no doubt been a massive upside to the partnership, with benefits going both ways. But it is sad when a wrestler who has a personal connection to TNA Wrestling appears in the company and then leaves abruptly without even getting the chance to say goodbye to the fans. But it's a reminder that not to be sad about this ending, but just smiling because it happened and we got to witness Santino Marella and his daughter Ariana Grace team up against all odds in what would be Grace's last match in TNA for this point in time. Now on to a much happier news. It was also announced by TNA earlier this week that former WCW announcer Mark Madden would be in the commentary booth at the upcoming taping in Pittsburgh this Friday. Now, Madden hosts a radio program in the afternoons on WXDX 105.9 FM, a top-rated sports radio station in Pittsburgh. Now, tickets for the Pittsburgh tapings are available on the events and tickets page of TNAWrestling.com. And finally, TNA announced earlier this week as well that they have reached over 1 million followers on their official Instagram account. They were quoted by saying, "We're forever grateful for every follow, view, like, and share you give us every single day across social media." Now, this is fantastic news for the company, for who so many thought would collapse and fold at any point in time. But they have stayed strong and continue to find new ways to have an impact on the professional wrestling industry. I can't wait to see what they have planned for the future. So that's all for this episode. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. leave your comments down below and ring the bell for notifications on new videos. Also, catch this episode wherever you get your podcasts. So until next time, I'm John, and this has been Sudden Impact.